Hey everybody, it's me, Jerry. On my way home, had to go to the store. They talking about going to the store like once every other week. You know what me and a friend was talking? Like, don't you already go to the store like once every other week? Think about it. Unless you got kids, don't you already go to the store like once every payday? You stock up, you get a whole bunch of groceries. And then other than that, you're going to get snacks from like the corner store. You know? You're going to get small things like that. But aren't you already going grocery shopping like once every other week? I mean, if you got big money like them, you can afford to send somebody to the store, then sure, you can make the bind and the inconvenience to go every other week. I mean, for huge families, I can see it being very troublesome having to go every other week. You know, I can see that. Families of 7, you know, like my family, we was a family of 7. Families bigger than that, young kids, I can see that being a problem. Getting on the freeway, I can see that being a problem. But they say this stuff, some of this stuff, with such a smile on their face, you know, or such. They try and do it with like such concern to where they try and bring themselves to almost tears, and then you catch them in their own, and they're doing the stuff they tell us not to do. And you're like, if you're gonna tell me not to do something, then why don't you not do it too? You know? Let's get a little honest, let's get a little real, and all do the same thing. You know? Because we're all in it together. So, but past this big old truck, slide over. On my way home, let's go through town. We'll go down South Tacoma way. Or Tacoma Mall Boulevard. I'm looking, dude. I ain't gonna hit you. I thought I was gonna hit him. He the one flying. I'm coming down the hill, putting on my brakes. He's the one flying. Doing 45 or 50 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Take these. Now I'm gonna leave these sunglasses on so I can stay cool. You know, you gotta stay cool in a crisis situation, because if you let them see you're not cool, you know, then they'll say, okay, I got him. You gotta stay cool in a crisis situation. So I'm gonna leave my glasses on so I can keep my cool. let me change lanes. I thought that guy was on the wrong side of the road. I was getting ready to lose my cool. That's what I was fitting to do. Lose my cool if he was on the wrong side of the road. You was getting ready to see Jerry go, oh! Yeah, Jerry's gonna lose his cool. But Jerry's cool. Jerry wasn't gonna lose his cool. Jerry knows what happens when you lose you lose subscribers when you lose your cool, when you start out cool. Don't lose your cool. You know, but yeah, everybody, it's not the end of the world as we know it. That's a cool song, by the way. But sung by white boys. It's a cool song. It's not the end, you guys. It is bad. Protect yourself. Get that first aid book. Protect yourself. Listen to the good information, the good news. You know, when the rich folks start talking about how they're going to protect themselves, believe that. When they make these little snip remarks and stuff like that, and you say, oh, that was foul, believe that. When you say, oh, he shouldn't have said that, believe that. Because he's telling you his plan. She's telling you her plan. They are telling you their plan. Believe that. But one thing you must believe, or one thing you should believe, that there is a plan. Sorry, God has a plan. We may not understand it. We may see it and not want to admit it for fear that our employer, our family, our friends, just random people might take us for being a little crazy, a little off, lose our job. Right now, not that many people have jobs. So, if you believe in God, now is a good time to say it, because you ain't working anyway. You know? So, when I say get prayed up, I meant it a while ago. Some of y'all listened and some of y'all didn't. I don't know. But get prayed up. Start to get to know him. Continue to know him. Learn a book. Trust somebody. Love somebody. But don't treat nobody wrong. Get prayed up. But the whole thing is, everybody, don't let hysteria rule your life. Don't let media put panic back into you. Don't let fear be spread back into your life to where you start treating people bad again. You know, don't do that. Don't let yourself start alienating people. Don't do that. Don't start looking at people like they carrying a bag of the coronavirus around. Don't do that. Even though you got your mask on and your goggles on, don't look at people like they're gonna rip it off your face. Don't do that. You know, ain't nobody out there out to get you. Nobody wants to get sick. When you're in line, don't turn around and look at at the ground to make sure somebody standing in the square. Don't do that. Standing behind the line. Don't do that. Don't look down and look at them. Like, you know how far 6 feet is? You know? But if that makes you feel comfortable, people, then do that. But if they're not where they should be or whatever, ask them nicely. Even if you say, can you step back, please? You know, the tone of your voice. Say, excuse me, sir, ma'am. Can you step back? You know, be nice about it. You know? Be nice about it. Everybody, we'll get through all this. We'll get through all this. We'll get through it. There's a lot of pauses in this part right here, is because I'm thinking, like, what all are we doing? You know, are we preparing ourselves for survival, or are we preparing ourselves for survival from each other? Is that what we're doing? Are we trying to out-survive each other? Or are we trying to survive? What are we trying to do? Because if we're out trying to survive each other, that's a bad deal. You know, it's not going to work out too well. If we're trying to survive, if I'm trying to out survive you, if we're trying to survive, that means I'm going to help you out. You're going to help me out. You know? That's what that means. Well, I'm getting bigger and bigger pauses in my conversation. That must mean I'm around the end, or I'm at the end of my conversation. And I'm not going to keep rambling on just because I'm recording. So I'm going to say, peace out, get prayed up, I love you, and good luck.